What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are here for part 2 of our Madden 20 realistic rebuild of the Tennessee Titans. Starting out, it was an exceptional first 5 years. 3 divisional titles, 2 Super Bowls, as you can see right here at 59, over the Dallas Cowboys, and just an incredible end-of-career resurgence from Ryan Tannehill. 2 MVPs, was a runner-up in this last year that we just came out of. Now he's a superstar X-Factor at 37. Hopefully he comes back for one more year. I'm not quite ready for the Ryan Tannehill train to enter the station. I want him to keep on keeping on so he can further build the legend that is Ryan Tannehill in a Madden 20 sim. So, yeah, our team's pretty good, obviously. 3 divisional titles, 2 Super Bowls. In terms of age, obviously Tannehill. Derrick Henry's getting up there a little bit. He's 31. Corey Davis is 30. I think Brown's 28 or 29. Jonnu Smith, Wilson's a little bit younger. Jonnu Smith probably up there as well, 30. So we are getting to kind of the end of the lifespan here of our skill position players. And we haven't particularly drafted well on the offensive side of the ball to have the replacements ready to go. So that is definitely going to be a big-time objective here in part 2 of this Tennessee Titans realistic rebuild. The defense looks a lot better. The front 3, Simmons just coming off a breakout year. We got one of the best nose tackles in the National Football League. This front 3 is dominant. Fulton's a 91 superstar. He's only 26. We still got Adoree Jackson doing his thing. Peppers and Byard are solid. Linebacking core is still solid. So our defense is a lot more stable than our offense. But, obviously the first big hurdle is going to be, is Ryan Tannehill going to retire or not in this offseason? Hopefully not, because that would be quite the wrench to throw into things for us to get into year 6. But generally speaking, very, very happy where we were from part 1 of this Titans rebuild. Let's get into part 2 and continue to build the dynasty. For free agency, I don't think I want to spend a whole lot of money here, and the good news is our first big hurdle. At the quarterback spot, we still got Tannehill. He's regressed down, but again, you pretty much need to throw the rating out the window when it comes to him. But with only $18 million, I'm not, overly enthused about some of the available free. Like, of course, there's some good linemen, but our D-line's the strength. Nashville D might be the only potential upgrade, but there's a lot of competitive bids there. So I feel like here to kick off this rebuild, we'll just sit out free agency. And luckily, we're pumped enough that Ryan Tannehill's coming back for another year. So for our first draft of the rebuild, we had a lot of picks. I've been kind of, kicking the can down the road. This is where we cashed in. Oh my God, I simmed out because we had so many day 3 picks. Nothing, man. The CPU didn't give me one legit guy. 68. See, we got 2 quarterbacks. That's how that probably definitely. We got Chase McMahon, 73 hidden. Again, just still trying to find Ryan Tannehill's replacement. Need that to be a superstar, ideally. We got a 70 corner, no dev. We got a 74 tackle with a hidden dev. Tavares, sweet. He actually looks like a really, really nice looking player that can fit on the O-line. This other quarterback, it was really between McMahon and Marciano in the first round. And Marciano was still there in the third. There was no one really on the draft board. And we still got our rest of our targets we wanted. So I just figured, why not? Screw it. We'll draft him. If not, worst case scenario, we got some trade bait here at the quarterback position. As we kick off the year, we got one more year, Ryan Tannehill. We got some quarterbacks that we have on the roster here, and no real chance. They didn't cut him, did he? What? The hell's Ryan Tannehill? No. What? Did he retire? What happened? No way. They released Ryan Tannehill and then he retired. And that's computer. That's at week 4. I have no control over this. Look. What? What? That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. I've never had that happen ever in a rebuild, any Madden, ever. I'm going to have to convince myself that it was Ryan Tannehill just retired. It was a mutual agreement. Let's look at my settings, right? Is that career clock? Is that what that does? Just retires Tannehill? Like, look, there's nothing that, look, manual. They can't cut anybody. They can't do any of these other things if I don't want to do it. Tannehill's just not on my team anymore. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. McMahon's going to be our starter, I guess. Hopefully the kid can live up to the massive shadow that he's always going to be trying to fight out from now with Ryan Tannehill. 2 MVPs, 2 Super Bowls, and now the most shocking retirement I've ever had to rebuild. All right, so let's start with a bunch of good news. Ellison, just from the sim, went up to a superstar X Factor ability. I don't know what he did exactly to get it. He had to get 3 sacks, or we only gave up 3 points to the Bengals, which is outstanding. And McMahon, this is his second player of the week as a surprise starter. Kind of got thrown in. Very similar like Carson Wentz. Remember the Eagles had, obviously, very similar to Carson Wentz, not the actual quarterback scenario. Philly had Sam Bradford. Then out of nowhere, the rookie Wentz had to start. Kind of the deal here with McMahon. But yeah, we got a brand new superstar X Factor here in Evan Ellison. We got it through the sim. Very few and far between you get that. And he is fearmonger. That is awesome to have. But we're here at the bye. So what we got for contracts? I just want to sneak peek at the stats here. McMahon is first and first. First and first. First and first. Haven't done nothing, no nonsense going on. It's just the way she goes. Oh, the Jags. Okay. Okay, the Jags are on one this year. All right, look at our contracts. What do we got? I think Wyatt Davis is the first one. He's best guard in the league, so let's give him a 5-year deal. Worth every cent. Derrick Henry. Still Derrick Henry. 3-year deal. Even with the regression, he's still going to be a solid running back. I think it's worth coming back to. Same with Adoree Jackson. 1 year. Short-term deal. Free agent. I haven't liked the available free agents the last couple of years. So pretty much when I can, I'll try and re-sign my dudes. Harold Landry, I think he had a little bit of a breakout year last season. But yeah, I don't like the years. I don't like 3 years. He's going to be a little low come the end of that contract. Ward at guard here. He wants to bend us over. Barrow at corner. He's a solid corner. 5-year deal. Could probably be like mid-80s. Byard, if he's still taking 1-year deals, I'll give him that. Wants more money? Of course he does. Jonnu Smith, Jaylen Brown. I mean, Jaylen Brown's still producing. If he'll take a 1-year deal, which he does because he respects me as a general manager, we're able to get him locked up. Generally, though, with Ward, I think we'll wait and see. Landry will wait and see. But Derrick Henry and Adoree Jackson will make sure we can hammer out some deals here with some long-tenured Titans. Year 6, they just absolutely kicked the shit out of the Colts in Week 17. 35-0. We finished 10-5-1. Jags definitely cooled off there. So that is our 4th divisional title of the rebuild. Great way to start off part 2. In terms of dev traits and stuff like that, I don't think we had much outside of our quarterback, which is a star, but he played way better than a star dev, I'm going to assume, when we look at the stats. I don't think we had anything on the defense. We did not. Outside of Ellison, who we already showed you, got that star and is only 1 point away of joining the illustrious 99 club. Looking at the stats here, McMahon, as a rookie, 2nd in yards, 2nd in touchdowns. You know, he's Ryan Tannehill's clone. He's a 30-pound heavier Ryan Tannehill. That's pretty much what we're working with, I guess. Big year, Derrick Henry, 1,300 yards, 18 touchdowns. Very similar to like the first year that he had. Beast numbers. Sage Surratt, almost 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. Insane. Defensively, Evans, 122 tackles. We got 9.5 sacks, Ellison, 9.5 McLeod, 6 from Simmons. Those are acceptable. 5 picks, Adoree Jackson. We got him back on a 1-year deal as well. Interceptions, I'm happy with those numbers. We had the number 1 offense in the National Football League. Defensively, probably top 10. Doesn't have a number. Why don't you have a number? Oh, because we're the number 1 defense as well. Yearly awards MVP went to Carson Wentz. McMahon coming in at number 5. But where in the hell did Ryan Tannehill go? He's the Offensive Player of the Year, so he should be in play for a superstar dev trade upgrade, which is going to be, you can't ask for much more than that. He's your Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's the Quarterback of the Year. Sage Surratt's Wide Receiver of the Year. It would be nice for him to go up to a superstar dev. Not much on the defensive side of Adoree Jackson being the best corner in the National Football League. But we have to run the gauntlet, but at least we get that playoff experience early with McMahon here against divisional rival 9-7 Houston Texans, sorry. I mean, we know Deshaun Watson's an absolute beast. It's going to be a tough one. This is going to be a tough one, I think, to win. Even though they're 9-7, Deshaun just is a different type of animal. But we're doing well. They haven't got to get a touchdown, 2 field goals, but I don't think we've crossed the 50 until this final drive where we get the touchdown and 1-point lead entering the second half. As we look to run the gauntlet here with a fresh new face under center. No more Ryan Tannehill. I kind of hope he pops up in free agency just so I can sign him for shits and giggles. Because sometimes it happens with guys that surprisingly retire. But, I mean, with McMahon playing the way he did and then starting off here with a playoff win over the Texans the way we just did, people in Tennessee, I mean, Tannehill's a legend, but they're starting to, move on, which is exactly what we need. 3 touchdowns for McMahon, 100 yards Corey Davis as Tennessee knocks off Houston and we're running the gauntlet. We're going to run the gauntlet. So now that we got our first playoff win under our belt, sky's the limit. And we got the Cleveland Browns here, still way better in Madden than what they are in real life. So we, can't take them easy. But I definitely trust that we have the future of the AFC under center. And it's not going to be Baker Mayfield that sees the next round. But who knows? It's the division round, AFC Championship game on the line. I'm happy that we got our 1 playoff win. But why, you don't have to just be content with being just happy. Why not get more? So we got a 10-point lead entering the fourth quarter. Defense playing very well, shutting them down. That pass rush, that D-line, they're not, Nick Chubb's not taking this game over. Baker Mayfield's not taking this game over. Adoree Jackson just body bagging Odell Beckham Jr., and that's as clean as a win as it gets. Tennessee with a brand new quarterback under the most awkward conditions of how we became our starter are in the AFC Championship game here in year 6. 9-7 team. How come every time we play, it's always, whatever. Chiefs, 9-7 Chiefs, 10-win Tennessee Titans with a rookie quarterback. Super Bowl on the line. And we got a nice little tutty in the opening drive. I like seeing that. Our defensive man is playing very, very well. Like pretty much stifled Baker Mayfield. And so far, an exceptional job in the first half against Patrick Mahomes. Kansas City, no other way around it. Very explosive offense. They still got Mahomes. They still got Tyreek Hill. Edwards-Helaire is still pounding that rock under center. But, we haven't been able to close it out. Until then, I think 30 points is enough to get our ticket to the Super Bowl. And it is, man. Year 1, Andy Reid, Big Red. Can't believe it. Tennessee on the back of Chase McMahon. Let's just throw in the storyline. He's the son of Jim McMahon. Unreal. We're back at the Super Bowl here in year 6. Super Bowl, it's Dallas. A rematch of the Super Bowl from a year ago. 2 best teams still in the NFL. And Tennessee with the rookie. Trying to outduel Dak, Zeke, Amari, the familiar names. It's another outstanding first half from the defense. Not giving up a touchdown. We got 2 of our own. I mean, our offense is not, it's a really good Dallas team. I'm not expecting to blow them up, but right now, easily we've been the best team through 3 quarters, but everything's still to play in the fourth quarter. But look, when we need a touchdown, we're finding a way to get a touchdown. And the defense, Oh, I really want to come in, but I got to let the sim do its thing. Oh. I could come in. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. That is a heartbreaker. That's like the Kevin Dyson reaching out on the 1 heartbreak level for the young rookie quarterback, McMahon. Nothing to hang. I mean, look at that. That's a rookie quarterback putting up 4 touchdowns, 345 yards in the Super Bowl. Yeah, we kind of collapsed, but I still think almost as a perfect of a start as you could ask for a rebuild, especially trying to replace Ryan Tannehill. I think year 7 is only going to get better, and I think we'll be able to do the deal in year 7. The free agents here, I guess, it's not nothing that we're really looking for. The guys that are young don't have dev traits, and the guys that have dev traits are 33 plus. So again, we're gonna chill. We're gonna chill. All right, so looking at our draft, I simmed out because we had a bunch of picks. And you'll probably know right after I actually simmed that. So we got a couple 60s from this AI. Not bad, but look, unreal draft. 4th round, we had a 66 normal safety. 4th round, we got a 67 hidden dev. J.J. Colombo out of Stanford safety. Going to be more so a depth guy. 3rd round, we got a 68 D tackle. Hidden dev. Javon Gordon, a Boston College scheme fit, which is huge. He can play anywhere on the D-line, more so a defensive end in our scheme. Let's make him actually We'll make him a right defensive end. And he went up some rating. We got solid tight end here, 75 tight end. He's a blocker, which kind of sucks. But, you know, kind of we're a run-first team at the end of the day. We got a 71 defensive end hidden dev, Merrill Tarpley, who's going to be an outside linebacker in our scheme. I'm pretty sure he's also the scheme fit speed rusher, which is good. We got a 76 Sean Rushing outside linebacker, who's a hidden dev scheme fit 6'5", 250. Perfect playmaker. And then, hey, you know, safety's getting a little old. Javonte Hayward, 77. Normal dev. The dev's not there. He was number 3 in true talent. Everything you want in a strong safety. 6'2", 215, ideal size, 91 speed, 94 acceleration. This guy's like if Taylor Mays was actually good. And I said we needed a tight end. There was just a casual 79. He's 26, tight end from the Seahawks. He was on the trade block. So I'm able to flip Marciano, 76, young quarterback, 74 guard, and DeAndre Walker, veteran outside linebacker, for, solid looking tight end, right? By all means, 79. Oh, and he's a superstar dev. Austin McCain, scheme fit. Yes, sir. I mean, his stats, the dev trait's way better than his stats. His stats, solid tight end, route running, okay athlete. But, yeah, that's a huge get. That is an absolute huge get. As we get ready for the team, I mean, Surratt's gone up a dev trait. Yeah, Corey Davis has regressed a little bit, but McMahon's superstar. Defensively, I don't think we had anyone actually go up a dev trait, but we have Rushing here. Will be an outside linebacker starting. I think we're going to go with Tarpley as well at left outside. Might as well capitalize on that dev trait. I mean, for missing the playoffs, I thought this would be a little bit more of a doom and gloom, but we had as good of an offseason as you could possibly hope for. And I'm really happy with where this team's going. Year 7 coming out of the bye, little bit of a weirder year. 3-3-1. Definitely not in the same tier as the Jags right now, but who knows? Might have a strong finish to the year. But I mean, this is what happened. Remember, we were that one year we won the Super Bowl, the first Super Bowl with the Titans. The next year we were tied for the worst team in the league. So I mean, there is a little bit of bipolarness. It feels like we have a breakout dev trait scenario for Hayward, the safety we got in the second round, I believe. So that'd be nice for him to go up because he's the only thing bad about him. He's like a 77 rookie. Was that he was a normal dev contract. So we got the tight end. That clearly, that's maybe the reason why they were so easy to move on from him because he was in a contract year. They weren't going to pay him, but we'll gladly pay him that kind of money. Simmons actually has been solid enough to warrant a 3-year deal when he's 29. I think Adoree Jackson, he's still playing well. Even though he's regressing, he's still playing very well. Peppers, we can replace him. Byard, he takes this 1-year deal by all means. I think he's probably going to be into Jayon Brown. He's at that point now. He's just super old, but really happy with all these contracts. Guys are wanting to stay. We've built a great organizational culture here in Tennessee. Hey, we did lose, but Hayward has now gone up a dev trade and at least equaling Jabril Peppers, who's the guy that we decided to start him over. At the end of year 7, I mean, it is, I guess, about time that we're that ugly redheaded stepchild that makes the playoffs with a horrendous record, 9-6-1, second place in our own division, which is weird because this is definitely the best I've felt about our Tennessee Titans team so far. But hey, it is what it is. Could be a lot worse. That news, both of our edge rushers that we drafted are star devs. And at least we know his dev trait's up to a star, which is not cool. But how did we get to 9-6-1? How did we find a way to backdoor ourselves in the playoffs? Down year for McMahon, went from second in yards, second in touchdowns to literally not that great. Derrick Henry had a nice year, 15 touchdowns, no dominant receivers. On the defense, 115 tackles for Sean Evans. We got 11 sacks for Ellison. He's a monster. I think he's in the 99 club now, which he's a beast. 4 picks Jackson, 4 for Hayward. And this guy only started playing like week 7. So that's unreal. Yearly awards MVP went to Jamie Newman, now doing his thing down there for the Carolina Panthers. For individual awards, we actually didn't have anybody, which is kind of a bummer. But hey, year 7, we're in the playoffs. Could be a lot worse. And hey, maybe we can pull one over. The Chargers are finally the team that's like the 10, 11, 12 win team, and we're where the Chargers almost always are. So it'd be nice to give them a taste of their own medicine. All right, moment of truth. Would love, just for all the years, even dating back to like Madden 18, 17 and 18. That the Chargers are just that filthy team with an ugly record every year in the AFC that ends up going and dominating their way to the Super Bowl. This is for all those other times, okay? And we're smoking them. 21-3. You know when a team has a couple ties, like a tie or two, they're an absolute problem in the playoffs. As you can see right here, just destroying them. Justin Herbert cannot figure out this Tennessee Titan defense. This is 2 years that we've just been an absolute headache for him. And there we go. Not a great performance throwing the ball, but running the ball. Big Derrick Henry, 156 yards. And the Titans are preparing to run the gauntlet here in year 7. Jacksonville, 12-4. Jacksonville here in the divisional round. How did they get here? We'll be interested to see if they still have Gardner Minshew as their quarterback. I mean, I don't know. It's a rebuild with this. Have I done a Jags rebuild? I must have done one. That's just an interesting team. The thing about, they're going to be like in Madden 21 terms. I know we don't want to think about Madden 21 franchise. Ooh. Trade touchdowns, but we're the one that can connect on the extra point. But thinking about Madden 21 franchise, Jacksonville's got to be definitely one of the top rebuild teams. But look at this. What an ugly finish to the game, but I don't care. 4-point win is a 4-point win. We're moving on, and we outlast Gardner Minshew. Huge game, Sage Surratt. 4 catches, 129 yards, making the most of those slot reps as the Titans are heading to the championship game here in year 7. I always like showing this. I think every time we made the championship, the other team has 9 wins or less. Cool. 9-7, 9-6-1. Let's get after it. Is that something to be? Would that be considered being overly critical of complaining about 9-win teams making it? Like, if there were injuries, it's like one of those things. If there were injuries in the regular season, and a team scraped by, and then they got healthy for the playoffs, and they're actually the best team in the league, then I could get it. But there's no injuries. Injuries are turned off. It's just like, why? We're just seeing the averages. A lot of averages here. I don't think we've had one team. We've been to 4 championship games. This is championship game number 4, and every single time it's been a team with 9 wins or less. We've yet to play a team with double-digit wins. Can't wait for Madden 21 to have the same. All right, so we're down a touchdown here. 28-21, $1:37 to go. I'll come in for a 4th down. I don't know. I'm feeling a little bored. I feel like I want to play some football. Give me a play. It's 4th and 2. You know what? I feel like it'd be almost off-brand to do a Titan rebuild and not have released a run with Derrick Henry. So what do we got? We got power O, man. Old school Madden play for an old school style running team. Surely we can get this. Oh, it's close, but he got it. And I will burn a timeout. I want to hop in. I guarantee they didn't. Oh, they did. Okay, my bad. I only wanted to do this because I didn't know if they're going to use actually a timeout. So let's see if we can go Sage Stroud on a quick. Ah! Yes! Oh, no! He dropped it. All right, whatever. I didn't really want to play that one. I want the team to make it on their own self, but come on. Come on, 3rd down. 4th down. And they didn't get it. Year 7, we bounce in the championship game. Good showing from McMahon, but just too little too late. And of course, we finally get to a free agent period where I want to spend money, and at every position I'd want to upgrade. Not much there. We got Byard here at free safety. There's, a couple options here, but, he's still playing well, and there's nothing that's that obvious upgrade. Maybe, this guy's maybe 2681 star. Yeah, I know we have money. We'll throw this offer on him. It's like one of those things I kind of want Baird to keep playing, but, or Byard to keep playing, but I don't know. And I need a middle linebacker. And 28-7, like it's a garbage year. But we'll throw in an offer on the safety. So for our draft here at the end of year 7 going into year 8, had a little bit of shenanigans at the end. But we really need a middle linebacker. I've yet to see a good middle linebacker, but this guy here is a pass coverage outside linebacker, which in reality in our scheme we'll just move him inside, and therein lies the problem with outside linebackers, edge rushers, and in Madden. But either way, he's a really nice looking linebacker player. We'll start as a rookie. I don't need a quarterback. Very happy with a quarterback, but there was just literally no one in this draft that was really worth the pick. This guy's incredibly accurate, so might as well just draft him as a future trade piece. We got a linebacker. But here we go. In the 5th round, I got a punter. I went with the tallest punter. This guy was 6'5", but he's a 64. I was like, ooh, Not exactly what I'm looking for. We got a solid kicker in the 6th round. Brendan Foote out of Miami. I was like, all right, Miami, they produce good kickers. His name's Foote. Can't suck. And he's a 68 hidden dev. And then I was like, all right, screw it. Let's get another punter. And he's 72. Brock Coker out of Northern Illinois. So one hell of a haul from a special team standpoint if we just eliminate that 5th round pick. And we got a really high quality middle linebacker that I think will develop into something special. But, you know, by the time year 10 comes around, year 8 is here. Yeah, one of the premier teams in the National Football League. Looking at our squad, really no changes outside. I mean, the regression of Corey Davis and A.J. Brown, it's the nature of the beast. But they're really the only guys that are facing regression. Derrick Henry's holding onto his rating fairly well, which is fantastic. Defense remains, again, pretty much the exact same. 99 club for Ellison. Probably could bring in another corner sooner than later to help him out a little bit. It's just kind of who's available in the draft when we get to it. We got Heron, the middle linebacker here, is going to fit in. I am wondering. Colombo's superstar dev out of nowhere. If we make Hayward 6'2", 215, what if we move him? Get a little John Abrams on us. What if we move him to middle linebacker? He goes to what? What does his rating go up or down to? Oh my God. Well, let's do this. He'll be a linebacker, and we'll utilize a superstar dev safety. Beautiful. Very easy. Year 8. Let's make the playoffs, and we'll go from there. Halfway point, 3-4. Not really where we want to be. Bottom of the division, but it's close. Literally 1-2 good weeks our way. A couple bad weeks to the Colts, Texans, Jags, and we're right in top. So we're still in it. It's not a piss-away year just yet. Contract first up, we got Ellison. How is a $25.99 overall player only asking for this amount of money? I'm shocked. We're going to get, like, that should be like a $100 million contract. Can't play A.J. Brown that, I don't think. It's not like he's going over 1,000 yards every single year. Oh, my God. It's the end of an era. This is going to be, strong way to put it, this is going to be the end of an era. There's going to be no more Rashawn Evans. No more Dory Jackson, no more... We'll look at their stats, though, at the end of the season, because they've been here for a long time. He just push comes to shove, you can't pay him. We're going to pay Ellison, and I'll tell you, if A.J. Brown goes over 1,000 yards this year, I'll give him this contract. And year 8's kind of that, shits for giggles years. 6-9-1, tied for last, but at least we weren't technically last. Do we have any dev traits? The backup quarterback was a star dev. I know he was a guy that we had to figure out what was going on there, and I think that was it. Oh, no, it wasn't, because we had our first round pick, the outside linebacker that moved inside, who was a superstar dev. Sensational. Absolutely. You know what we were looking for. Stats, why did this year not work out? We had the number 1 passing yards. 26 touchdowns, 7 picks, though not good enough. 1,000 yards, almost 1,100 yards, 13 touchdowns for Derrick Henry. 1,500 yards and 13 touchdowns for Sage Surratt. I said if A.J. Brown got over 1,000, I'd give him a contract. He unfortunately did not. Man, Sage Surratt is eating here in this rebuild as of late. We got 12.5 sacks Ellison, 11.5 Carl McLeod, 8.5 Jeff Simmons. I'm happy with that. Interceptions are not brutal. Yearly awards, quick look. MVP went to Saquon Barkley. Chase McMahon is the Offensive Player of the Year. I don't think we're going to have any other... Ooh, best wide receiver, Sage Surratt. Beautiful. He's already a superstar. That'd be nice if that got him to a superstar X Factor, which he might just with those stats. Anyways, we were the 3rd offense in the NFL. Like, what are we, the Bucks, for God's... We had a 3rd offense, 13 defense, and we had 6 wins. Suspect. But while we're here, we'll look at the career stats. Some of these old guys that are going to be most likely heading elsewhere. So A.J. Brown finished his career, 691 catches, 7,000 yards, and 43 touchdowns. That's not shabby. In real life, on his current trajectory, probably will be better than that. But of course, it's Madden Sim. Wide receivers suck. Defensively, Rashawn Evans finishes his Titans career, 960 tackles, 70 TFLs, 36.5 sacks, 6 picks. I mean, maybe not first-round pick numbers, but those are definitely very solid numbers, and he was really good for us in our rebuild. Kevin Byard is going to be moving on. 917 tackles, 30 TFLs, 9 sacks, 28 interceptions. We got 25 picks from Adoree Jackson. Those are like some of the better pick numbers we've seen in a rebuild. And obviously, for Byard in particular, he had pretty good interception numbers before we even started the rebuild. So, yeah. I mean, well, we're looking good. Thanks for your service as we're moving on to year 9. Again, are you guys getting better free agency classes when you play your franchise? I mean, look at this. 78 normal. Best there. We got 81 superstar. I mean, that's actually not a bad player at all, but we're good at that position. Old ass corners. Nothing at linebacker. Nothing at any of these linebacker spots. Nothing on the defensive line worth even considering. O-line's not bad, but of course, my O-line doesn't need any touching up whatsoever. No upgraded tight end. Nothing at wide receiver. As I can see, Surratt's up to an X factor, which is sick. Nothing to run. Like, it's just, what a garbage free agency class, man. You want to talk about draft class, boy. Really good draft class this year. We need a corner wide receiver coming in. And, you know, there's always tackles and D-tackles are super easy to draft. We didn't get anything to the dev traits. We got a 70 corner there. Second round, Roosevelt McDougal, 73 hidden dev at a Notre Dame 6'2 scheme fit. We needed a replacement for A.J. Brown. Might have it here, especially if that dev trait's halfway decent. And in the first round, we got the number 2 talent in the draft, Amari Henson, 78 hidden dev out of Indiana, scheme fit, 95 speed. We got 80 zone, 80 press, monster. No, I need to bounce back. Would love to get our 5th divisional title of the rebuild. On offense, things are changing a little bit. Surratt's now up to his superstar X Factor. Derrick Henry not regressing. We still got Corey Davis doing his thing there, but McDougal, we're going to want to push him up the depth chart there just a little bit. O-line remains the same. Flipping to the defense, McLeod went up a dev trait to superstar, which is really nice. That makes that, I think, still, even with Simmons now being a veteran, one of the better front threes in the National Football League. Fulton, 93 superstar. We got Barrows, an 83. We got Henson, who's 79. You know he's got to take off. A couple superstars and silvers mixed in on the back end. It's a scary team, man. We definitely need to not be 6, whatever the hell we were last year, 6-9-1. Point 30 or 9, just continuing with, you know, you can't predict almost anything going on right now, man. We're 7-1. Texans are right there with us. We haven't clinched anything yet, but as we get ready for the bye, we're feeling pretty damn good. Contracts, we got Christian Fulton at 29. 1-year deal for sure. Derrick Henry, can't let him walk. We're pretty much going to have, hopefully he's here for the full 10 years. That'd be pretty good. McLeod at DN, 5-year by all means. Isaiah Wilson, another guy, you know, he was the first round draft pick when we started this rebuild. So we'll get him. Sweet, definitely another guy. I think we could find a way to get him playing on the offensive line sooner than later. Ruiz at center, still solid. 2 more years. Let's keep him for the full 10. Of course, he wants more money. Baxter at free safety is solid. So you give him a 3-year deal. Safety contracts are always a beautiful thing. If we can keep Corey Davis for the full 10 years, that would also be kind of cool because he does have the superstar. So, yeah, we had a couple contracts that didn't go through. We'll renegotiate with Baxter, Cesar Ruiz, Tavares Sweet, and Derrick Henry and make sure we secure their services, hopefully for the full 10 years of this rebuild. Beautiful. Year 9 is come and gone. We got some XP there. Year 9 is come and gone, and we got a first-round bye. Let's just sim right away into the next round. So there's our 5th divisional title through 9 years. I'm happy with that. 12-0. Wow. Oh, no. No. No, Derek. I need 1 more year out of you, bud. We got the Colts here. Let's just spend this XP real quick for our middle linebackers. So looking at our stats, how did we get to be 12-4? Are we the number 1 seed? Ooh, number 1 seed in the AFC. Was it McMahon going off? Did we run the ball exceptionally well? Was it our defense? McMahon went off. See, how can you just be that hot and cold, man? First in year, unreal. Might be MVP. Might be his first MVP. Trying to rival the 2 MVPs we hit with Ryan Tannehill. Solid year for Henry. Yards-wise, not so much touchdowns. Definitely getting a little bit older up there. Surratt, what? Those are like, what was that dude? Zach Pascal numbers. Remember Zach Pascal got 21 in the sim? We did the Colts rebuild. Sage Stroud with 19. Like, is he my slot wide receiver? He has to be. There's no way I got a wide receiver to produce like that as straight up just an outside guy. He has got to be in the slot. Yeah, he is. Okay. Well, that makes sense. I wish it wasn't the case. I would love for outside wide receivers to actually play. I don't know. Hopefully that's something that they fixed in Madden 21. Defensively, linebackers got a lot of tackles. We got some sacks, 10 double digits. Happy with that. Interceptions, a little bit off there. We're the number 2 offense in the National Football League defensively, probably in the teens. 11th, not bad. Yearly awards. MVP is Mr. McMahon himself. You're hired. He's Offensive Player of the Year as well. He's the Quarterback of the Year. Wide Receiver of the Year is Surratt. Lineman of the Year is Wyatt Davis. Lineman of the Year must just go to the team with the best record, right? Is that like, I'm pretty sure that's the pattern there. Either way, great team success, great individual success here in year 9, and we should absolutely smoke this 9-7 Colts team. 40 bomb. I want a 40 bomb. Beat them 42-3. There's no way this team belongs even on the same field as us. Okay? Tied 7-7. Not playing as well as I thought we would, but it's tied up 10 apiece. Everything to play for in the second half. This is where we're gonna let blow the floodgates open here. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, let's just keep feeding them and feeding them. Bring out that Wu-Tang. That Method Man. Oh, 40. Well, we got close to 40. 34 ain't bad. Close to 40. Clearly showed we're the dominant team. Moving on to the championship game. 3 touchdowns for McMahon. Let's go. Jackson, Hollywood Brown, and the Baltimore Ravens. A team I thought we would play definitely more than what we have. I don't think we've actually had a common opponent in the AFC like that rival just yet, but I definitely thought Baltimore, we'd see them there all the time in the playoffs deep. I think we've only seen them twice. This is number 2, so I mean, they're a hell of a roster. As you can see, this game very low scoring. This is like how much. This is honestly how you would expect this matchup to play, regardless of the roster. If you just hear Tennessee Baltimore, you're like, oh, that game, no one's sniffing 28 points. All right, let's go, man. Defense, hang tight. We're down. Only 4. We're the ball last. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah, God damn it. All right, we got year 10. Year 10 to get that 3rd Super Bowl. Oh, no, Derek. I didn't even get to look at his stats. That is... No. At least there's running backs. All right, it's our final year. We have okay money to spend. Pretty much anywhere that there's a big upgrade, I do think we need to consider it. Bud Ball, it's a terrible name, but let's see. Where do we have upgrades? Of course, not looking like absolutely nothing on the defense. That's like an actual upgrade. If it's 2-3 points, I'm not overly worried. But we got money to spend. Make me want to spend it. Oh my God, there's just nothing. Garbage. Okay, well, we need a running back. Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, both scheme fits. Dalvin Cook probably fits what we're trying to do better, I guess. With a style of running back, a little bit more like Derrick Henry than... I mean, even that's not true. I like Alvin Kamara more. So let's just... I mean, who cares? We don't need... Might as well spend all our money, make sure we get them. We should sign both of them. I'm going to do that. Why not, right? Who cares? Who cares? Just in case I miss out on one. What's the worst case scenario? We get both of them and then have that as our 2-headed running back attack. I'm not worried about it. I'm not judging myself. Nice. Final drive was terrible. I straight up had, I think, 2 players on my entire scouted board. So that's like, what, 100 that had a first-round grade. Usually I get at least half a dozen. So I made 1 pick. I got a 70 corner, and I just simmed out the draft. Yeah, it's just, you can just tell it's bad drafts. Bad draft. So here's how our team's going to look for the final year. Obviously, it's just straight up ridiculously in our backfield. 1-2 punch there. McMahon. I mean, the X factors for, Kamara. We're using him as a fullback, okay? O-line remains the same. Man, it just sucks. I couldn't see the stats for Derrick Henry. We kind of looked at him a little. Like, we got a sneak peek of them when I was looking at the stats for, like, Brown and Byard and Adoree Jackson. It was okay. Either way, 2 superstar linebackers now. Hayward went up dev trait. Still a really, really good team. I'm going to be very interested to see what the running back stats are here. And Sage Surratt's, over the last 2 years, I think he might be the best wide receiver in the National Football League. 14-13, 15-19. Those are unreal numbers from the slot. So keep that up. Year 10. Give us at least a chance to win our 3rd Super Bowl. Let's bring it to you live. We were 6-2 at week 8, and then I just simmed to the end of the year. Hey, there we go. First round by 12-4. Our 6th divisional title of the rebuild. Very happy with that. Well done, Mr. Vrabel and everybody else. How did we get to this point? Well, actually, let's just sim here. Figure out who we're going to be taking on in this playoffs. And this is year 10 playoffs, which means if I feel froggy, I can hop on in and control this team, which I am most likely going to do. I want to play with McMahon a little bit. Look at the stats. 9th. Ooh, did we just kill the running the ball? Kind of, not really. Those are weird. That's an awkward looking backfield, but I mean, it probably should be with having, you know, these two type of running backs at this point in their career. But it worked. It sure as shit worked. Corey Davis, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Surratt did nothing. Go. Defensively, big years. And the linebackers, the two middle linebackers in this Titan scheme, always just racking up the stats. We got 16 sacks, 20 TFLs from Ellison. What a monster. Interceptions were down. 4th offense in the National Football League. Defensively, 7th. We're good. Across the board. What? What? Oh. Oh. Oh my God, Baltimore. And it's just so convenient that we play Baltimore and have those two guys. So convenient. Any Titans make the list? Hey, Wyatt Davis, best lineman. Ellison, best D lineman. Cool. Can't believe Carson Wentz is on the Cowboys. Let's go win a Super Bowl. Best single offensive player and defensive player in the AFC in Lamar Jackson and Khalil Mack. Do you think that scares me one damn bit? Absolutely not. Okay? 7-7. It's going to be a close matchup. By all means, it's going to be a close matchup. But as long as we equalize, whatever they do, they get a touchdown, we get a touchdown. Things will be... Oh, it's not looking good. I'm coming in. 3rd down alert. We're struggling. This is a perfect time. You ever wonder, what does C4 mean? When there's a clear and obvious time I need to come in and try to sort some shit out. It's like this. Having drives that nothing's going on. We'll go right bumper. Into traffic. You don't care. If that was all Madden, that would have been like 4 different types of interceptions somehow. We're going down the field. 4th down. Absolutely, I'll come right in. Let's go zone weak. You got Dalvin Cook. Looks like Baltimore's going all out to stop the run. Too bad we have an elite offensive line. Gets good push. Moves the chains. Hopefully the computer can finish this drive off. They do. Nice. 21 apiece. Defense needs to do it. Oh, no.
Here we go.
I mean, sometimes you have it. Other times you don't have it. Wow. You're not, I mean, I had no control over that. I wasn't playing defense. Defense just let Lamar Jackson destroy them. 300 yards, 4 times. It's Lamar Jackson. Oh, he's a running back. Showed he was a quarterback today. That's how it ends. 6 divisional titles, 2 Super Bowls for the Tennessee Titans. It's a good rebuild. You know, if you're a Titan fan and watch this, it's still a good rebuild. When all is said and done, we made Tannehill an absolute god. This McMahon was dope. And you gotta remember the last rebuild we did of the Rams, we had no divisional titles and no Super Bowls in 10 years. So it could be absolutely positively worse. So that's it, man. If you guys enjoyed this rebuild, smash that like button. Subscribe if it's your first time stopping by. I want to move to the NFC for the next rebuild. So for the NFC teams we have remaining, we have the Minnesota Vikings, the Carolina Panthers, Seattle Seahawks, and the San Francisco 49ers. Feel like right now, what do I feel like? I feel like obviously Vikings, Niners in particular don't really need a lot of rebuild. Carolina's going to be an interesting one. Seattle probably doesn't need a rebuild. So I feel like I kind of want to save Carolina a little bit because they're one of the bigger rebuild teams we have left. I'm leaning towards the 49ers. I'd probably say pick a team between the Niners and Seahawks. Let's restrict ourselves to a NFC West rebuild for the next one. But that is for another video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are having a terrific Saturday. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow with episode 42 of Pink Slips. Until then, I'll see you later. Peace out.